Sidon is missing. We will find Sidon. You must watch over the domain.
Highness!
She was brave.
Sidon!
She was caring.
Why would you try to fight that beast alone? I was so worried about you. But still, I am proud. What a brave little brother I have. Oh no! Mipha? What is that?
King Dorfan!
Dutiful and selfless.
Could it be?
Mipha, princess of the Zora domain, daughter to King Dorfan and sister to Prince Sidon, lived a brief but impactful life, which ended in the Calamity over 100 years ago. Having been selected by Zelda as champion of the Zora in preparation for the looming Calamity, she undertook great trials to prove her worth as the pilot of divine beast Varuta. Possessing lightning speed and reflexes, extreme skill with the light scale trident, and a powerful healing ability, she would be an asset to any fighting force. Having met Link at an early age, she began to develop feelings for him. Working together with the Hyrulean forces, she often needed to tend to his wounds due to his recklessness in combat. This only made those feelings she was harboring stronger, and as they grew into young adults, she learned of a legend of a Zora princess who fell in love with a Hyrulean boy. In the Zora culture, it was customary for a young woman to use her skills to create a powerful armor for the man she would wed. With the legend and her beloved Link on her mind, she quickly went to work and completed the armor just before the disaster of the Calamity swept the land. With the Zelda unable to bring her sealing powers to fruition, the Calamity besieges the land and our heroes. All of the champions, Mipha included, meet a tragic end in the very divine beasts they were to use in the battle against Ganon. Just before the onset of the chaos, Mipha desperately tries to share her insights and experience with using her feelings of love and tenderness towards Link to channel her powers in the hope this might work for Zelda. She never manages to say the words, and a terrible fate befalls all of Hyrule. I want to welcome a very special guest to the video today. Here is the incredibly talented MissMandia, reading Mipha's touching diary entries from the Champion's Ballad DLC.
At the request of Hyrule's king, a group of outsiders came to greet us at the domain. One of them was a Hylian child of only about 4 years of age. His name was Link. He made quite a first impression. He was curious and full of energy, with a ready smile. Are all Hylian children that way? One thing that surely sets him apart is his swordsmanship, which I hear is exceptional. He has even bested adults. He must be somewhat reckless, however, as he was covered in bruises. Wishing to be helpful, I healed his wounds for him. It must have been his first time seeing healing magic, as he looked up at me with big, round eyes. It was adorable. A divine beast was excavated from Zora's domain. This one is called Varuta. The first time I laid eyes on Ruta, I was surprised by how cute it was. It's so big and round, with a long, awkward nose. According to the Sheikah who found Ruta, divine beasts require someone worthy to control them. It's fun to imagine someone piloting this enormous beast in the distant past. I wonder who will have the honor next. Link came to visit the domain. It feels like forever since he was here last. He no longer resembles the child I first met. He is now an accomplished knight and keeper of the sword that seals the darkness. I am so proud. However, he hardly speaks anymore, and smiles even more rarely. He is still the kind soul I knew, but something has changed. I asked him if something had happened, if something was wrong. He merely shook his head. Perhaps it is his newly acquired height, but I feel he is ever looking past me, into the distance beyond. The Princess of Hyrule paid a special visit to the domain. She asked me if I would agree to pilot a divine beast. She told me she needs my help to face the Calamity. My heart knew at once what to do. I agreed without reservation. Calamity Ganon must not be resurrected. If he is, there is no way to ensure the safety of my people, or of anyone. I do not know what will happen. All I know is that if there is anything I can do to help, I must try. I must protect Hyrule. There is also that the divine beasts are meant to assist the chosen hero when he faces Ganon. In this way, I can help Link. Link came to visit me. It had been ages. I told him the Lionel of Ploymus Mountain has been terrorizing everyone lately. When I said that, he started walking toward the mountain without a word. Spellbound, I followed him there. When we were almost there, he told me to turn back. He insisted he would be fine on his own. I stubbornly stayed. While I argued, the Lionel attacked us from behind. I was sure we had met our end. How silly of me to doubt. With a sure hand and a fierce gleam in his eye, Link unsheathed the sword that seals the darkness and defeated our foe. His swordsmanship was swift and graceful. I was fascinated by the beauty of his movements. Though I should have been terrified, I could not help but feel safe in the presence of my dear friend. His kindness and determination to help those in need, his strength and skill, my heart is drawn to his. I am doomed. The last beautiful move Link performed on the mountain is called a spin attack. Perhaps I will attempt it with my spear. Father has finally given his blessing for me to pilot the divine beast. The threat of the Calamity can no longer be ignored. Father said the Zora must play their part. He seemed on the brink of tears when he made me promise to return unharmed. My eyes burned with tears as well, so I simply nodded. Segan could hardly look at me. Muzu left partway through. I feel awful for putting them through this, but I must do what I can to help Link. I could never forgive myself otherwise. Speaking of Link, I have at last finished gathering the materials for the armor. I shall start making it at once. Today was the inauguration ceremony at Hyrule Castle. It was an honor to take part. However, honestly, I do not remember much about it, but only because something unforgettable happened afterward. I experienced something wondrous, a beautiful moment in time I shall treasure forever. I am grateful to the princess for agreeing to my request, and to Daruk for, for bringing me closer to Link. Oh, I did hear something that shocked me enough to almost overshadow that happy moment. Link has been chosen to guard the princess wherever she goes. They shall be spending much time together. I finally completed that special armor for Link. I am confident it will fit him perfectly. He is coming to the domain soon. I hope to give him my gift when I see him, but should I really go through with it? According to the old legend, long ago a Zora princess fell in love with a Hylian swordsman. Perhaps there is hope. This will be a rare occasion that Link is not accompanying the princess. We should have some time to ourselves. Oh, I have an idea. At sunset, I shall ride upon Ruta with Link. Zora princess of the past, please lend me your courage.
There are some, myself included, that believed the prophecy of a princess working with the wielder of the Master Sword to seal the Dark One was accurate. Except that princess was not of Hyrulean lineage, but of the Zora. Had Link and Mipha fully realized their love for one another, would her healing powers have evolved into something even more powerful? Could she have sealed Calamity Ganon? The answer is cloudy at best, and will never be addressed in the canon of the series. But I believe that as Zelda developed her powers on that trail, in defense of Link after Mipha had died inside Varuda, that in some divine stroke of the goddess Hylia, or in some way helped by the spirit of Mipha, those powers may have been transferred to Zelda. And even if Zelda is the princess in the prophecy, would Mipha being able to open up to her friend and confidant about not only her love for Link, but her methods of channeling her powers have saved the champions and the people of Hyrule? Either way, in a world where social climates and gender roles are rapidly changing and evolving, Mipha is a throwback to a different time. She draws her strength from her love and duty to her father and kingdom, her sisterly, almost matronly love for her brother, and her devotion and ultimately unrequited love for Link. It's not to say that heroes or heroines today are any lesser or greater than her, but Mipha is an example that shows heroes can come from any background and live simple and traditional lives and still change the world and the hearts of everyone in it. Though her death was tragic, in life, she made every one whose lives she touched a better and stronger person. Thank you for watching.
Sweet Sidon, should fate ever part us, I'm counting on you to protect our beloved home from harm. Understood? I believe in you. Now, shall we try one more time?